have a very special guest on here that I need you all to hear her. We've been having a good time talking today and getting to know each other, and I need you all to hear her story. She knows little Kev, so called Blaxton the Great. The one that said I was a scammer and a liar. I'm lying about Nipsey readings. I get all my information from here, from him. Can you all hear me very well before we start? Because she knows him and I'm not going to say gave money or donated. She was supporting him already. And then he said that he was an investor in cryptocurrency and stocks. I don't know what all kind of investments he was in, but he got her money. He got this white man from Canada's money. It converted to almost $7,000 or $8,000. And he never gave these people a monthly dividend to show for the investment that they gave him. He basically lied about that. He lied about his son being named Armius. He lied about a lot of things, and he's refused to return these people's money or give them a monthly check to show for the investment they were giving to him like he promised. He lied. And then last week when they brought this up, he said he was in the hospital and Lil Kev was doing videos from the hospital. You know, he said I was a scammer and gave out my address to expose me. But that's not exposing the fact that I'm a scammer and that I rip people off. You just exposed my private address and where I live. He still hasn't shown any proof of what he said about me. And he still hasn't shown any proof that these people were right. And these were grown people, like older people that trusted him because he played on their heartbreak and their sympathy as a result of being so hurt about what happened to Nipsey Hussle. So they thought he was a good man. He was a hardworking young man trying to get to the bottom of what happened to Nipsey Hussle. And they wanted to contribute to his pain, to his campaign, because they really wanted justice for Armius, justice for Nipsey Hussle. And he used that to scam these people. So I didn't let her know I've been taken advantage of too. And it wasn't because I was dumb, and there's nothing dumb about them. It just shows they have a heart. They're still good people. They believe in humanity. And they had compassion and hurt for what happened to Nipsey. And they wanted anybody that was willing to ride for Nipsey to have the finances and whatever they needed to continue the campaign of keeping Nipsey's name alive, keeping his legacy and his music alive in the public forefront, as well as to make sure that he was comfortable and had what he needed to continue to do that. And now to find out this man is a scammer. So welcome to my show, young lady. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Thank you for having me.
Can y'all hear her? I want to make sure you can hear her before she gets into it. I don't want you to miss anything. I'm so honored to have her here, especially after what Lil Kev did to me. They said they can hear you. Okay, what happened between you and Lil Kev or Blaxton the Great? How did you end up giving him, investing money with, he said he had a service, he was an investor and he could give you dividends on your return. What made you believe him and trust him and give him your money?
Well, it's kind of like you described. I started following his page, in support for what happened to Nipsey. And, through that, seeing the work that he's doing, I've been following him for, it was probably over a year. He would spend hours and hours connecting dots, using different software to, find out things and connecting people together. And I just liked how passionate he was about, supporting Nipsey. And yeah, book club, reading some of the, I think it was the Anarchy, but it was just like different things that he was doing to, promote unity and just things for us together. So he came up with the idea of a fund called Kryptonite. So I didn't know anything about investing. It's like the flutter was just starting to get around about, hey, you guys need to start investing, Black people, we need to invest, buy property, blah, blah, blah. So when he started this thing called, like I said, the Kryptonite. So, he was saying what it was about, he was going to be investing money, getting back dividends, putting it back into the investment, not taking any, talking about the different penalties. And honestly, when he said it, because trusted him, I didn't really even pay that much attention to it. I was just like, okay, he's going to invest some money. He came up with his pie charts and, showing everything, and, listening to him, it seemed to flow, but, this is all he's saying. So I was gullible. I invested. So I would send him the money either on PayPal most of the time, or on Cash App. And, he would come back to his platform with more charts showing, encouraging other people, and other members, had joined. And it was like, guys, look at what we're doing. And, we did this and we did that. And, I don't know anything about it. So a few things I did learn, but it's like when it came time to like really showing, stats and like, things that I could trace on my own, I wasn't able to do that.
So when did he say you would? Do you know how much you gave him total?
I would have to look. It's maybe about, with the crypto, maybe about four or 500.
When did he say? Like, when did you do this year or last year?
No, this was I have to check my receipts. I want to say the last time that I donated to him was in 20.
What? 2020. And how much money has he given you back?
Zero.
Zero?
Zero. The first times I made an attempt to call him, I never got a return phone call. I texted him very recently. He texts back, but it was nothing else said after that. He just was like, hey. And I got busy and never came back to it. I was just like, and I knew that I was going to ask him, like, okay, hey, what happened with the kryptonite thing? But it's like things on the channel got like really, really weird. So it's like when I started, when I unfollowed him, I just put it in the back of my mind. I was just like, okay, you may have to take a loss here, because I started seeing his behavior on YouTube, and I knew, it just gave me the feeling that something wasn't right.
Do you know of any other people that also gave him money to invest and give them returns every month?
Oh, it was a handful of us, at least about 5 of them that I know of.
That's right, y'all. Get the likes up, put my cash up, and donate to me, please, for bringing you this very important information, because I don't like the fact that this guy lied on me and tried to destroy my character, tried to destroy my reputation, said I just popped up with the Nipsey readings, and I've been here since 2006, rocking the Alexis K. Tyler Vagina Power spiritual sexuality brand, my hair care, my skincare products, and doing my spiritual readings. And this guy tried to destroy me, but tell you all to trust him and believe in him. And he going around here tricking grown people, elders, people that he should respect and look up to. They believed in him and trusted him because he acted like he was doing serious work for Nipsey. And he tricked these people out of their money, used their kindness for a weakness, using their love and their heartache for Nipsey and wanting justice for Nipsey. And then you say one night he was begging for money or had gotten hostile or aggressive with his listeners and said he needed them to give him some money.
Things started changing, and it was like, you know what, if you guys say that you care about me and all what I'm doing, you say that, all you guys are doing is just watching me, you're not calling in, it's like, you have a show, you have something that you want to present to us. And at first, when he started, he didn't even have a Cash App. He didn't have any of that stuff. And he was like, no, I don't want it. I don't want to do that. This is about Nip. This is about Nipsey. I'm putting the time in. I'm running laps. I'm doing the marathon. Just all of that. And it's like, I didn't want that. Then eventually he got it, and then it's like it flipped. And it was like, if you guys aren't supporting the platform, then I'm not speaking another word until y'all get the motherfucking And I'm like, oh gosh, how do you talk to people like that? And that's the people that are tuning in, showing up, and supporting you. That's because you're having a rough day. But he continued. He would apologize, but he would continue to have like these little sporadic rants.
So y'all felt bad for him and basically started giving him money because you thought he was doing a good service for Nipsey.
Right. And the thing is, we knew that he was, just from being there consistently and, like developing like a rapport, I'll say, an association, even, for better words, a friendship, lightweight friendship. It's like people tell you things that are going on with them. Things that are going on with them. You see that some things are not stable. You want to help. I would, just like you'd help a homeless person. If they need, if you can help, you help.
What did he tell you? That he had a lot of bills, or he lived by himself, or he had that child with the lady?
No, it was something going on with his with where he was living. I guess he was like living, and he had some roommates there, and it just seemed like at one time it was maybe utilities, because it seemed like he would, like it would just be the condition, like he was really cold, like maybe the heat was off or something, but it was really rough. And he kept capitalizing. You guys, I spent all my time here, and I'm saying to myself, okay, but nobody told you not to get a job just because you want to dedicate some time to this. That's insane. But it's like, get it together. But it's like, like I said, at that time, following him and just seeing him struggle sometimes, it's like, let me try to help him. Let me help him
Girl,
if I
so he
can.
said he couldn't get a job and pay his bills because he's there 24/7 trying to help y'all discover what happened to Nipsey.
Basically. Basically, that's what it turned into. Then he tried to move everything to Patreon, and it was like, if you guys can't give me, this a month, I'm not saying another word until, you guys. I'm like, oh my gosh! And if you want some content, y'all come to Patreon. And I'm not doing this for free. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm like, oh wow. So he quit, and then he left and disappeared, and then he comes back as Blaxton, and I'm like, who's Blaxton? I'm like, oh, okay, he's Blaxton.
So y'all went to Patreon. You were paying to subscribe to him on Patreon.
Right. To support the membership, we were on Patreon.
But so is that the time? When did it come up with him telling you all that he was an investor and you need to get, what did he call that, crypto something? You were telling me
Kryptonite.
kryptonite, and he said he was an expert at investing in cryptocurrency.
Well, not really an expert, but basically what it was, he felt like he had the niche for it. Like he understood it. He was showing us, this is what I've been working on. We knew he was working on something, and he was like, I'm working on something that we can all do as a group. This is going to be great. We're going to, get a chance to do something and see it.
Or any company he invested in and showed you bank receipts or PayPal receipts where he had actually taken money from people and invested and made more than what they gave him?
Besides the graphs and just like the demos that he would do and the numbers and things that he would put, that was it.
So he just drawed something on a damn piece of paper, made some fake statistics,
Alexis,
but
basically
didn't give you no bank account to show them.
I personally have never seen anything that was on the ledger that was from even to show that he put it here. Sometimes he would get on there and say, you guys, today I bought some Donkey Kong, or some whatever the called, whatever. And I think this is gonna be really good. And guess what? We're doing great on it. I want to let you guys notice what we're doing. Let's take a look at the draw. It was more so like an illustration, but no, I've never seen anything like letterheaded from like a legit.
Or another human being never came forward that gave him their hard-earned money.
No, now as far as that, there was there's another guy that came forward who gave his money for the same reason, just to invest and in hopes of getting a return for the Kryptonite fund.
And what happened?
Something similar. He said it was something similar to like a hedge, runs kind of like something like a hedge fund. He said, and the guy, I don't know what happened, but something personally seems like it happened between the two of them, and he basically told the guy that that's it. You can consider yourself robbed.
Consider yourself robbed?
Robbed. Like that money that you get, like you can just forget that. And I'm listening to it. I'm like, okay, he can't be talking about what I think he's talking about, but that's what he's talking about. Because he proceeds to say, oh, and the rest of you, the money is still safe. I got everything. I'm just having a hard time right now. I'm in the hospital, and whatever he was saying was wrong with him or whatever.
So what that got to do with him paying them people their money back? Because he was in the hospital talking he got ass problems. Talking about he got digestive problems. Oh, this nigga got bowel problems, problem with his intestine around his rectum and anus. So because he having problems around his behind, he can't get y'all goddamn money?
I guess because he's full of shit. That's what that sounds like. And really, I hadn't even realized that much time had elapsed. I just kind of put it in the back of my brain. It's like, okay, that's a loss. You were gullible. You trusted him. You were all in the nip craze, and still am. But it was like you thought he was too, and you thought it was a good idea. And it's like it wasn't.
Did that man ask him for his money?
Yes, he asked him for his money. He actually was it was like I just saw this like maybe a couple of days ago. There was like a dialogue where he's asking him about, I've given you some time, you have 24 hours. So evidently they have been dealing back and forth. And I just saw one of the messages about, you have 24 hours.
Can y'all hear? I can't. I want to make sure y'all can hear. I'm trying to put my phone as close to the speaker as I can of the other phone. So, what did he say to the man? He said, you got 24 hours. Can y'all hear?
He basically was saying that, he was reaching out to him again to make him aware that they were at the end of whatever time frame they had set, but 24 hours. It was the last 24 hours, and he was just touching base with him to let him know that that time had come.
Did you tell him, ask him, because it's been over a year, you let him slide. He claimed he was having a hard time. Have you asked him yet about your money?
Me personally, no, I have not. I have not spoken to him except for the message that he responded and was like, hey.
So just a hey. So now he done got out of the hospital with his bowel problem? About his butt? He done got out of the hospital about that?
I don't know. I don't know, because I didn't actually hear his voice. He just sent a message.
So when he said the message, he didn't say nothing about I'm going to start giving you dividends on your money that you invested in my company.
No, and it's like, it's obvious you still have my numbers. It's like, okay, so you know who I am. It's like, why haven't you said anything? What else could I possibly want?
And y'all can look at my YouTube community forum where I put her receipts for the amounts of PayPal money that she sent him to invest in his investment firm that he said that he had, and he's very good at it. And she's given this to me almost 2 years ago. Or is it 2 years?
I think it was, I think the last season was 20. Let me see.
2020. Wow. And this man has not given her a return. But he around here talking about me and giving my personal address out. That's all he could give y'all on me. He couldn't prove that I do shit like that. And I make people promises and steal their goddamn money and don't try to make it right. You see this shit? You hear this shit?
And so, like I said, we all supported the platform. So if he was doing something and, he was talking about, you guys, I really want to get this, and this will really help us to continue to, do the research and continue to, we would start giving. Like, okay, well, you know what, let's do a little donation. Let's do a little something for him, to try to help him out with, all the hours and things that he's putting in.
Did you notice what Bonnie noticed? I noticed it too. When he turned on me and Bonnie and blocked Bonnie out and changed the password, she said a lot of times she had to call him, try to wake him up. He acted like he up all night on the computer trying to find who killed Nipsey and were up there falling asleep all through the night.
Yeah, that actually happened. I didn't mean to laugh. That actually happened a few times. And like that happened when I was telling you that things on the platform started changing. At first it was like, okay, he is just tired. He's been on here, I went to bed, I woke up, he was still here, and going strong, different people on the platform. Like he's, like he said, running laps. And then it's like, I don't know, it started looking a little different. It just, I don't know. It just started looking like a little different, like maybe it was some trouble going on.
I don't want to say, but people have said that he smoked meth at night. So he'd be up all night smoking meth and don't have no job, and said that the baby he said named Ermias is really not named Ermias. They call it Khaled. Like DJ Khaled.
Right.
So you never heard that?
I never heard that the baby's name was Ermias.
Yes, he said he named his child Ermias. He said it.
Okay. I'm sure I was going, I was just dipping in and out at that time.
Are you going to ask him about your money?
Absolutely. I'm going to. As a matter of fact, I have plans on calling him tonight.
Yes, I want to know. We all want to know how he responds and when he's going to give you the first installment, since he makes so much money from investments, and he said he'd be up running victory laps. Right. How has he solved the murder?
I don't believe that he has, and that's the thing. When when I was last there, like going consistently, his whole rant was that he was leaving YouTube. He was done. He was, it's like F this, F that. He's sick of this, sick of that. People don't understand. We act like we. He put this whole, testimony on YouTube, and it was like blaming us. Like, we say we love YouTube, but we really don't. Nobody's saying that like him. Just.
Really? I've been going nonstop for 3 years.
So it's like he left, and he did leave for like a minute, and then like I said, he comes right back, and it's like he's someone new.
Girl, I'm trying to figure out what has he done, and then gonna say he can't work no job because he's such a heavy private investigator and investor that he can't go work no 9 to 5 to get him no money, and then put it on y'all. And I know y'all felt bad because y'all thought he's doing such a great service for Nipsey, and then he's taking your money, promising you that he's a good investor, that he will make more than what you gave him, and then give you a return. And it's been 2 years, and you haven't seen anything. And he acted like he just never mentioned it, like it wasn't a big deal, like he did you and several other people. Took y'all money, never gave you an investment, and now he in there with his drawers down, with a hospital gown, with his ass cracked showing out the back of it, telling me he got aches all in his ass. Like his ass is aching. I don't know if it's loosening or if he got spasms in it from dick. I don't know what the fuck happened to his asshole, but said that he got ass problems.
Right.
I mean, because if you say you got a digestive problem, you also got a behind problem. Goddamn it.
Right. It's all together.
So did he ask y'all to give him some money for his ass?
I'm sure the ass fund was included.
Was he still begging for money since he been in the hospital the past few weeks?
No, I don't think so. Because, like I said, I only knew that because I saw something on his community page, and he was, laying in bed like with a little gown on, and he was like, I'll be back, and I was like, wow, I wonder what happened.
Why did say he was making noise to my
Yeah, he was like, he was like grimacing. Like, he was really uncomfortable. Like,
his ass was tender. He was acting like his ass was real tender. And so, I don't want to say nobody went in it, but you said he was up there. The nigga said it was tender. He was dealing with some things around his digestion and butt. So,
and even then, like I said, it's recorded. I saw it, and he was like, the money's good. It's like even saying that the money's good. What does that mean?
For 2 years, it been good, but you ain't got none of your good money back in your goddamn pocket.
Right. And in the same breath, turned around and told the other guy he can forget his money. He's been robbed.
Can you, what do you want people to know? Do you want to encourage other people to invest in him and give him a chance since he said he's sick? And the money's still good?
I think they can learn from my example. He's a fraud. And it's like to do things and try to bamboozle people in all of the name of, we running laps, we doing this. I mean, it's shameful. I mean, shameful on me that I didn't check into what I was actually doing and dealing with. All that's me. But it's just, you get on here and you're faking it. And
it showed y'all a graph chart, like a pie chart. Right. And he seemed like an honest person, a young man.
Took his time and colored the pie chart, had our names in different colors and all the stuff and brackets. Took his time and did all the stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Has he done this to any other women?
That I know of, no. And I think it was only maybe 2 guys in our group. And the rest were females, of course, but I think there were only 2 guys in the group that I know of.
But wait a minute, you say it was other women, though?
Right, there were other women in the group. Yeah, there were at least 5, I can say.
5 women he did this to?
Yes.
Do you know how much they lost?
No, it's like I don't know how much they lost, but it's like the percentage of where you were with your investment would be indicated by how big your slice of pie is, like on a chart with the percentage in it. So I don't know what their total was, but I know that they had given him something.
Did he give you certain amounts that you invest in that you could make more money?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a certain amount. It was just like, try to do all of it at one time. Something about penalties, and he's in it for the long haul. And it's like that if you want to, if this is something that you think you're gonna put into, and then pull out as soon as it makes a little money. He was like, it's gonna be a fee for this and a fee for that.
What?
Yeah, and he was like, and then I'm gonna get my 15% off of whatever if you decide, because we're in
What?
yes. So of course nobody was like, it's like, well, who wants that? It's like, okay, wait,
Girl, wait a minute. Okay.
yeah.
Then let me get this right. He said if you invest your money and you want to pull it out at a certain amount of time quicker than what he suggests, not only is he going to charge you a penalty and he going to get another 15% off the top. So basically, he going to fuck you out your money and justify with different
Right.
fees and because you pulled it out too fast. So what was the amount of time he considered too fast to pull it out?
Truthfully, I don't even recall. But it was just more so, we're in this for the long term. So like nobody's going to be coming here in 2 months or 3 months. It's going well, and you want to just we're not doing that. This is something that's going to be ongoing for the long term.
Wait a minute. So it's ongoing every month. You're going to give him your money, but every month you are not going to get a return because it takes time.
It takes time, and also because the point of it was to be whatever we would make, to put it, to use that and put it back into the investment, not just to be, personally like, oh, I got that this time, we had a good run. Oh, let me take my money out. It's like, no.
But girl, how could you ever get any of your money if he encourages you not to take the money out? He will not give you a dividend every month, but he wants you to keep giving him money every month and told you got to wait a long time to get any type of return on your money while you constantly giving it to him. And while you giving it to him every month and you're not getting a return every month, if you ask for your money back, then he going to eat up your money with fees.
Basically, yeah. They're going to be fees and things, and he's going to take his, I don't want to say finder's fee. It's like whatever he called, because he organized and whatever.
Finder's fee, girl?
No, not a finder's fee. But something like I don't know the term that he called it, but it's like because he was the one that, did this and did that, it's like, it would just be a lot of fees.
But basically eating your money up so that he can justify taking it, spending it, and not giving you anything in return.
Probably a little bit of nothing because everything would be allegedly absorbed by all the fees.
Girl, I hope you file a police report and you contact PayPal to let them know what he did to you. Because it's absolutely wrong and it's low down. But remember, he's the good person. He has the honor and integrity, and I'm no good and I'm a scammer and a dirty bitch.
Right. Ugh.
But I've never done anything like that.
Ridiculous.
I hope you let the people know and the companies know that you gave him the money through and you file a police report. Even if that thing happens right now, over time, all the people continue to file police reports that he's done this to. Eventually, they're going to do something because it seems like he's a very obsessive, compulsive person. He cannot stop when he does this to someone. He keeps doing this to people and then dropped my address. I don't know what he thought that was going to do to me.
Right.
But you see, it didn't make me stop. It didn't make me scared. It didn't make me run. I was determined to expose that he was a liar and a fraud. And I begged him, like other people, lawyer cousins, other people begged him to show proof that I was a scammer and a fraud. And he still has not done that. So I'm returning the favor. I'm calling him that, but I have receipts and evidence and actual human beings that took their hard-earned money and believed in him and invested in him. So he cannot say I'm trashing him, I'm committing libel or slander, because the people that are accusing him of that I am so happy to interview are showing receipts where they gave him, they invested money in his fake organization, and he promised them returns on their money and then stole their money from them. I'm not lying. These people are right here. That's why I'm so happy. I'm like, thank you, God. Thank you, Nipsey. And I hope that Nipsey's baby mama, the actress, takes up for him now the way that he stabbed me and tried to destroy me because he was taking up for the baby mama. He didn't like that. I said the actress was a co-conspirator in the assassination of Nipsey Hussle, Amius Joseph Ashkenazi. That's why he did this to me, because he's in love with the actress, Nipsey's baby's mama, and said I was a filthy liar and I need to stay out of it. But you say what you want to say. Everybody says what they want to say. I'm not the first psychic medium who has accused her and implicated her and helping to dig Nipsey's grave. But you didn't go after them. You went after me. And so now I'm returning the favor, but except I have receipts on you. I have receipts that this is what you do. And it's such an honor and a pleasure to help you in this way. I am doing my service and doing what I can to help you expose that you ain't no damn good. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just thanking you for the opportunity because, like I said before you and I connected, it was in the back of my mind, but I was just like, you know what, I see what it is and I see what it was. So I'm just like, yeah, that had a good look. I don't have time for that. It's like, whatever, good look, but talking to you and just, reaction to everything, makes me realize that it's not too late to do something. And if it is too late criminally, at least I can still put the word out and prevent somebody else, hopefully.
No, it's not too late for you criminally. It just might be too late to say something to PayPal, but it's not too late to file a police report on him. Okay. No, and I think you should check with the police in your area and even in his and tell them what he did to you and other people and get them involved in this because he's very emotionally immature. He acts like a child and he was so happy and in such a hurry to do that to me and Bonnie. He put Bonnie and her husband's address out, but now I have his. He put mine out and that's all you could do. That's very childish to do. There's still not evidence on me, but you did that and tried to wish harm to me and draw harm to where I sleep and where my child lives.
Right.
And that's all you did. So that was fun and games to do that. And I don't know why all these people think that all I have to do is scare someone is put their docs out. God, I've had so many people do that shit to me. It doesn't even scare me. And I've still been in the same place for 20 years and had this done to me last year and a few years before. And thank God, nobody, I'm not saying they won't try it, but nobody has broken in here tried to do me harm. But it's still the potential for it because him and other people gladly gave out my full name and my address, found my companies that were incorporated through the Secretary of State, put that in his community forum. And you think that's cute to do. That's what high school children do. And you thought that was going to do what to me? Oh, honey. I'm not a coward. I'm going to get you. I'm already doing it and I'm enjoying, but I'm getting you with facts. With facts that you're the one that's dirty and low down, that you trick people out of their money and you lie to them, not me. Oh God, this is the best revenge. I'm so glad, girl. I've been taken advantage of and I trusted people and gave people money to believe in them or their campaign that they were scamming and I never got it back. I know how you feel and I don't feel like that's dumb or weakness in any way. We were compassionate and we believed in trying to help a person that was so-called disseminating the truth and investigating the truth on someone that was viciously murdered.
Right.
You're not stupid. You're not weak. Actually, you took your hard-earned money that it took you time to do in this COVID environment where it's dangerous. Right. People getting sick and exposed to sickness every day. And you took that hard-earned money in this economy and you invested it because you believed that he was an honest person, full of integrity, trying to help get justice for Nipsey. And he played on that, created a fake chart, a fake investment company, and played on the pain and the concern and the hurt of Nipsey being murdered like he did. Acting like he was trying to bring justice to it. That shit is illegal and that shit is wrong. You're not the wrong person here. You didn't do anything illegal. You just had a heart and you cared about somebody that was murdered. He acted like he was a vehicle or a medium to find justice and he played on you and other people. That's not something you should be ashamed of for being a person that still has a heart and compassion in this day and age. And you should make him accountable for what he did to you. And he should give you your money back and everybody involved.
Well, I can definitely tell you, Alexis, I would do my part at this point. I would do all that I can to ensure that happens and definitely to make sure that he gets exposed for the things that he's done.
Okay, thank you for coming on. And if she wants to come back and give updates, we're going to give updates. I know everybody's asking me about this WAC 100 and Big U thing. with Nipsey calling Nipsey gay. I already do not see that Nipsey's a homosexual. We've been working on this. I'm not going to speak too soon on this. I want to look and thoroughly read the situation. I have a couple of my other psychics that I trust to read the situation before I speak on it. But I told you Big U was no good. Coffee and Kush has done 2 shows right now and said that Big U was implicated in Nipsey's death. I think Whack 100 also said that. So I'm not going to be too swift to speak, but I don't believe the homosexual part. And yeah, I know you don't believe that shit either. So I'm not going to speak too quickly, but I told y'all Big U was no good. I didn't understand why he said that he spoke to Imani. Somebody said he heard him in the video say he spoke to Imani every day. How could you speak to Imani every day and then call her daddy a homosexual? Said he did a video with his baby mama, the actress, and had a man involved and he was sucking on him. Some shit he said. I'm not going to go any further with that because even looking at just reading, I'm seeing it's distortion and trickery and deception. The baby mama and Whack and Big U. And I don't know if y'all can go back to my cowboy reading. I described a bald-headed man loyal to Big U and scheming with Big U and talking to Cowboy planning the assassination of Nipsey at the Marathon store. I kept seeing a bald-headed man. And that he looks like Whack 100. And now for what Whack 100 is saying with Big U, it's clearly showing that you're implicating and trying to destroy that man and take that man down. Now, if he has the tape, I'm wondering why you're waiting 3 years after his death to say you have the tape. And I think he should show the tape. If this man's a homosexual, like you're saying, why have you not brought this tape or shown snippets of the tape and him with homosexual acts? Why are you saying you were cool with him and you're friends with him and you love his daughter and his baby mamas are your aunts, are your nieces? And then you come out and do this and then you're extorting his baby mama. That's the actress. But see, I knew that she was in this anyway. It's some crooked shit with all of them. When I look at this reading, and it's all about Nipsey's Marathon store, his properties, his monies, his rights to his album, Victory Lap, and destroying this man's character and destroying this man's memory and him being a legend in his community and community activist and the things he's done and tried to do. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of deceit and treachery and this arguing and fighting and bullying and jealousy and competition between these three. Whack 100, Big U, and the baby mama that's the actress. That's what I'm seeing because she's dead up in the middle of these readings. And to them, it's all about annihilating him and setting him up, taking his money and taking his property. That's all this is about. And the baby's mother is showing she still has a lover right now who helps her with her career and gives her opportunities. That is still, no, Tanisha has nothing to do with this. Somebody just mentioned Tanisha's name. I'm not going to put her in this because her name is not in this. She has nothing to do with this. And I know if anybody knew he was gay, it would be her. And I've never heard her accuse him of sleeping with men or playing with men or entertaining men with her and group sex. So I'm just going to kind of be open right now. The one I see in this is the baby mama that's the actress. She's in the middle of the treachery, the deceit, the two-facedness, the cunning, trying to be shrewd and sneaky and stealing this man's money and even extorting this man. If y'all don't remember, I told y'all a long time ago, she threatened him, trying to make him change contracts and threatened him and extorted him to put things in writing to give to her. I also saw Big U involved in it before they killed him, trying to extort him and ask him to change contracts. And for what I see, Nipsey's the kind of person like this. I'd rather die with my honor and integrity inside than live like a bitch. He was not going to sign all his stuff over and live like a bitch. And I told y'all they were using sexual shit to try to extort him and get him to sign certain contracts or relieve himself of certain rights and royalties and sign off to Big U and the baby's mother. Both of them is in this shit. Big U, the baby mama, and Whack 100. That's what I'm seeing so far, but I'm going to reserve judgment on this until I get a clear picture. I'm not going to speak with emotions, but that little bit, I'm looking at the cards right now, speaking to you. And I do know that all of them dirty as fuck. And all of them had a hand in setting that man up to steal his goddamn money. And she was just the part that was doing the fucking and sucking. But seeing him fucking suck a boy, I'm sorry. At this time, I don't see Nipsey fucking and sucking no boy. So they would have to prove me wrong to show that video, goddammit. Because at this point, go ahead.
Why would Wax still have the tape?
You know that's why, for leverage and to blackmail him and get money. And when they see they couldn't do it to him and killed him, then they going for the main female that was a part of the baby mama. That's the actress, goddammit. If she owned the tape, she know about it and will go along with it. She extorted him too. I don't know if it's about the tape, but she extorted him too, goddammit. She dead up in the middle. You see him accused Anisha of the shit. He accused the baby mama that's the actress that down with. I told y'all she was a setup bitch. I told y'all she was a setup bitch. If it was Tate and she really did it, she knew about it. And used that shit because they know he didn't want nothing like that out on him. And nobody accusing him of fucking no boy. Or sucking no boy.
Right,
See?
right.
So you're going to have to show that to me because at this time, I'm not seeing it, but I got other psychic mediums backing me up on this because I don't want to be the only one. I want to get other people. If they say it's a yay, and then it might be a yay, goddammit. But if they say it's a goddamn nay, then I'm going to roll with that. But I like to get references for my readings. I don't want to be the only one saying it. But at this
Right.
time, I don't see that shit. But anytime you want to come back and share an update or share something else you might have forgot, or bring somebody over here to expose Lil Cal Blaxton the Great, that you have proof that he took your money, please bring them over here because you know that this is making my day. I always say every time if you're going to dig a hole for me, because a lot of people have tried, please dig too. Because the one you dig for me, baby, might be for you. Especially if you lying on me and you're accusing me of something I didn't do and you saying it's true. Be careful when you dig that hole, honey, because God sit high and look low. And ain't nobody
Absolutely.
ever been able to defeat me that lied on me and tried to destroy my honor and my integrity. You might have caused me some pain, and some people might believe you that want to believe that shit. But everybody that have said that about me, and I know they was lying, have never been able to come forward and show no proof. I always beg people to show proof when they accuse me of some goddamn shit that I said I did not motherfucking do. This is the
Right.
best day of my goddamn life. God, I thank you so much for having the courage because we do not look down on you. We do not feel like you're
Thank
dumb.
you.
We do not feel like you're weak. You have a heart, a loving heart, and a compassionate heart. And you trying to help him with his campaign to help us find out what happened to Nip. And his goddamn ass ain't solved it yet. So I guess maybe he over there with an ice pack in his ass or some Ben Gay rubbing around his intestine to pull whatever swelling out of his ass he said is up in there, goddamn it. But I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all.
Thank you, Alexis. I appreciate it. And thanks for your